Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and today in Anime Reaction watched the 11th episode of Youjo Senki.
If you want to check out our reaction to the 11th episode of the Saga of Tanya the Evil, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching.
Stockholm Syndrome?
That's when you form an attachment to someone who's abducted you. Or
As you can see, we are joined by our Discord chat today.
speaking of Stockholm Syndrome,
But yeah, so in this episode of Youjo Senki, we got a really awesome fight between that guy from...
the Fjord guy.
Yes, the Fjord guy, and Tanya. Oh, and there were a few other people involved too.
And there was a hell of a recap from the latter end of last week's episode.
Yeah,
Good God, that was a little much.
yeah. I thought the recap that it's not even a recap. They just replayed like the last 5 minutes of the previous episode, and I thought that was a little bit much.
I'm not exactly sure if it was like 5 minutes, but it was definitely a long time.
It was a little much. They could have just maybe done a couple seconds of that footage and then get into the dogfight.
Well, they could have at least cut it up a little bit,
Yeah.
so that it wasn't quite so long.
Yeah.
It felt like 5 minutes.
Extended version, director's cut, a remix.
But yeah, we jump straight into probably one of the better dog fights that I've seen in anime in a while.
Okay.
Between Fjord guy and the enemy battalion from
Not Great Britain.
not great. Is that where it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were riding broomsticks.
Dumbledore's army. You need a little dog too.
Yeah. So it was Fjord guy with Dumbledore's army against and by the way, it was quite a large force too. It was easily twice the size of Tanya's is it battalion that they call her force? So I guess it would have been like a brigade-sized force.
Brigade, but in the episode they said it was company-sized.
Well, no, they said that Tanya's company was regrouping or whatever for a counterattack, and which was Tanya and Victoria and two other adjutants.
Yeah, main point being Tanya and company were outnumbered.
Yeah, they were.
Thanks, Mayrock. 4 times she had 12 versus a battalion.
Yeah.
But never tell Tanya the odds. She won't listen anyway. She'll keep doing her own thing because goddamn, it works.
Yeah, and I actually really enjoyed how they dealt with the situation. I'm also very surprised that nobody on Tanya's group died.
They got fucked up, but they didn't die.
I call bullshit on that one, but we'll just...
Yeah, I kind of call bullshit too.
I would have expected at least a couple of fatalities. But to get off with relatively light casualties, considering the...
Not even just light casualties, light injuries.
Yeah. They're still conscious, and all that stuff at the end of it all, so it's like...
Oh, they couldn't kill anyone because the fight was anime original.
So you gotta keep your characters alive.
For when they actually die.
Yeah. When the war continues.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought they did a really good job of pushing Tanya to the ropes in this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, everybody knows that she wasn't going to die, but
yeah,
it definitely felt like more of a fight than pretty much any other fight that she's been in the series.
It certainly wasn't a squash match, and that would be a travesty at this point in the anime. You need a real conflict, and that's what this fight was.
Yeah.
A little brain fart there.
I was expecting you to continue.
I was reading what Potato wrote.
Innocent potato.
I actually really liked like the way that this was animated and choreographed and all that was, like I said, probably one of the best dogfights that I've seen in quite a while in an anime. And the way that they incorporated a lot of real-time dogfight tactics using the sun. I
mean, basically,
pulling an Immelman maneuver.
Well, yeah, basically, it looked like they studied, I guess, dogfight tactics of World War One and used them in this context.
Yeah.
So,
and
which I mean, dogfight tactics in World War One are still technically
tactics today.
Yeah, it's still technically good tactics today.
So I mean, yeah, using cloud cover, attacking from the sun, Fjord guy doing an Immelman maneuver as well to get a jump on some guys. Yeah, that was all pretty well done. And also using altitude difference.
Yeah.
Victoria for the save.
Oh, I also noticed in the latter part of the episode how Tanya seemed to have just shrugged off that bullet through the shoulder. You know, when Victoria Victoria shot her.
Yeah, especially
because she was shooting the other dude.
What was it, 15 days later?
Yeah, it wasn't that long, but like, I mean, you can see when all of the guys from the battalion were, you know, down at the beach, you know, they still got guys in bandages.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Tanya's, like, the scene that I really want to push there is when she's like beating up that locker.
We're not talking about that, Fanta.
We're not talking about that, Fanta. No.
We're not talking about that, Fanta.
Go in the corner and
However,
think about
I do want to
did.
say that with the episode of Demi-chan that we watched today, we got 2 swimsuit episodes. But yeah, the scene that I want to point out there is when she's beating up her locker and she's punching it with both hands.
Right.
If she got the bullet through the shoulder, she probably wouldn't be using her left arm.
No, I'd imagine that arm was still being a sling 2 weeks later.
Oh, yeah.
She got shot clean through the
sure.
shoulder. Yeah, she must have broken or dislocated something. No.
Well, I mean, not only that, the arm would have been immobilized so that the muscle could heal.
Yeah, so it's full on. It's kind of be like this.
Minor animation oversight. Yeah. I
Phoenix
did like how
they did
all that
such a
was-
good job with the rest of the episode that just stood out to me, though.
Yeah.
As the one mistake you did.
It
one
really,
mistake.
It really is nitpicking, though, at this point, because the rest of the episode was that well done.
I mean, they showed the Knuckles getting not necessarily bloody, but certainly red.
Yeah, you could see, like, the blood rushing in.
Yeah, which does happen.
Yeah.
That was a really good little detail. I'm not the greatest fan of like how it looked on her hand, but that again, nitpicking. And then I also love how they just moved into this subterfuge.
Or, yeah, Tanya having to deal with the bureaucracy of the military and just the feeling of helplessness that kind of sweeps over her because she knows things are going to go south in a hurry and she can't do a thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And of all the things to leave the episode off on, holy shit. Just feeling, you know, yeah, you scored the big victory and all that stuff, and then you have the aw shit moment, and then you gotta deal with the red tape, and just, it leaves like a pit in your stomach. You're waiting for next week. What the hell is gonna happen?
I'm a little surprised that she didn't try to meet with one of the generals in high command.
Mm-hmm.
Because she totally could have. She probably has the pull to.
Like, I mean,
She does.
obviously she was trying to get the mission done like immediately.
Yeah.
But once that got shut down, like that's what I would have done immediately is tried to contact Zator or
one of the hipster hairs.
Yeah.
Hipster hair generals.
No, I was thinking the big bushy mustache guy.
Ah, right.
Ririk?
Ririk?
Yeah.
His name is a record scratch.
Yeah, Tanya didn't fully think of that one through.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, she was panicked. You could actually see it when she made the realization. She was just.
Well, I mean, it's the difference between ending a war and letting your enemy go and regroup, become more powerful, and then bite you in the ass. Like what actually happened in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, she knows that things are going to get fucked. Pretty badly.
I love the voice acting right there at the end between Victoria and Tanya.
That whole dialogue right there.
Yeah, that was amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Loving this episode. Still loving the series. Like, just holy shit.
Yeah, like, I know the stuff, like, recently has been anime original, but it's really well written for anime original. Like it really, I think, fits into the series.
Yeah, it's not so jarring from the footage that was adapted from the source material. It's not so much different from that you can actually distinguish the two. It felt like it would have been a legitimate chapter in the light novels.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of eyeshadow.
I'm kind of wondering how much she goes through with that much eyelashes.
Or that much eye. I mean, good God, those things look as big as dinner plates.
She was hoping to go on a date with Tom and celebrate the war ending.
Yeah, I did want
Really?
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 Yep. Really?
You had to go there? But yeah, basically, as you can tell with this episode, the war is not over.
Not by a long shot.
So
it's only going to get more fucked from here. What I'd like to find out is how fucked it gets in the final episode. So.
And how far this is gonna go. Like, I think that this is still Nuts' first bout in
First anime, I think.
Anime.
Well, it's their first, like, how do I want to put it? It's the first independent production.
Yeah, it's their first major work that's not like
that they're not just pitching in on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a rumor going around that it's a split core or it has a second core coming up at some point. But I haven't seen anything official on that, so.
Oh, man. I sure hope so.
At this point, that's still just a rumor.
Yeah.
Until it's concrete, we will assume otherwise.
This final episode, but it totally deserves more.
No. There's one more episode.
Oh, right. Well, right.
Yeah, there's one more episode.
Yes.
The series will end here, but it deserves more beyond next week.
Oh yeah, that's.
I mean, it's it's one of my favorite series this season.
Agreed.
Which
It's saying a lot because there's a lot of good series this season.
And it also says a lot because I wasn't initially excited for this series. I thought it was just going to be weird.
We actually, initially, we weren't going to watch this series.
Yeah, we were thinking about
the animation really turned me off when I watched the PVs. I'm not going to lie.
The promo art turned me off from the get-go.
So, it's actually this guy's fault. Fancillion, that we're actually watching.
Tanya Celian.
But yeah, I'm glad we stepped in on this one.
Yeah, I am too.
But anyway.
Yep, I think that's about it for this one.
Yeah, big time cliffhanger for next week.
Big time cliffhanger.
Oh boy.
Let's see what next week brings.
Yep. So that about does it. Or let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face, go to our most recent Otaku Saga talks.
Click on my face and go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help support us, go ahead and check out our Patreon page.